Welcome to Beard Boy Barbecue, and on today's episode, we're going to have a little bit of fun. We have a pork butt, Boston butt, bone-in, that we're going to be doing for a barbecue. We got some beef ribs that we're going to be doing for dinner tonight. And we have these 3 pineapples that I'm going to make a pineapple slaw with for the pulled pork. So let's get right into this trimming. Alright, so first, I'm going to get going on this rack of beef ribs, okay? I'm also going to use this video to focus on these beef ribs because I've never done them in a video before. So we're going to go over it and use it as a tutorial. So as you can see, these ribs are a decent size. You know, they're not too thick. I've definitely had thicker. We have some decent marbling through here. And a decent amount of fat on the top. There's some hard fat in here, so obviously, you know, you always want to trim the really hard fat, like that stuff's really hard. That doesn't render the best, so that's stuff we want to get rid of. So let's get trimming on this. And you really do want to take your time when you trim. As you can see, I only trim off these skinny layers, even though all that was from one chunk. Why? You don't want to accidentally take off any meat, okay? You want to make sure you're only getting the fat out of there. The meat, obviously, you want to stay because we want to eat it. Right under here we do have silver skin. So we're gonna try to get this off as best as we can because silver skin creates a barrier from the meat, so smoke won't get in these areas. And not only that, but it adds a weird, I wouldn't say weird chew, but it adds a chew that you might not want. Alright, so there we go. Silver skin's off. For the most part, a couple little strands in there, no big deal. We're gonna get it seasoned up. So for this, I'm using my beef rub. It's the same beef rub that I used for my last brisket, slightly different. As you could tell when you watched the brisket video, wasn't the biggest fan of what happened, but changed the rub a little bit. And I know how to use it for my liking, so this will be way different. So let's go with some salt. And we're not going to be doing the bottom salt rub, nothing, not needed. There's no meat where the bones are underneath the bones. There's no meat, so it doesn't matter anyway. Not gonna waste. Now with the rub. Those are ready for the grill. I'm gonna get them thrown on. Then we're gonna finish up this pork right here, get that thrown on, and then the pineapple as well. So we'll be right back. All right, so the pork's done. We're gonna let it sit for a minute, let the moisture build on it so it really gets all the rub to stick to it nice and good. And while we're waiting, we're gonna get these pineapples prepared for the smoker. So now all we're gonna do is, now that that's done, take the same dry rub, and it's not for much, right? It's not like we're really flavoring it heavily. We're just gonna add a little coat to it on top of this pineapple, and that's it. So now I'm gonna go get this pork on the grill. I'm gonna get the pineapple on the grill, and then we'll see in 1 minute to show you what everything looks like on there. All right, everybody, and now let's give you a close-up for what we got going on the grill. We got our beef ribs in the back right, we got our pineapples, and we got our pork butt on there. so we'll check back in a little bit. So we've been cooking at 250 for roughly about 4 hours now. The pineapples we're going to be taking off right now, and the beef ribs we're actually going to wrap right now. The beef ribs are at 165. They've been stalled for roughly about a half hour, 45 minutes. So we're going to get them wrapped up and get them up to 200 degrees. One thing we're also going to do is we're going to bump the grill up to 300. It's going to cook a little bit quicker, but we've also already accomplished what we really wanted to, getting the smoke on there, really start getting that tenderness going. And in all honesty, bumping up 50 degrees it's not going to make it drier. It's not going to do anything like that. You don't have to be crazy about exactly what you're doing when it comes to temperature. Some people are, very adamant, like 220. They will never cook over that. I mean, in my last video, my brisket video, I cooked at 300. That brisket was tender. So you do what you want to do. It's all fun, right? So let's get going on this. All right, guys. Now everything's back on the grill. Got our pineapples right here. Let's take a look at them. So what we're going to do with these, we're going to cut them up, and we're going to make a pineapple slaw. I've made this many times before. It's so good. I'll walk you through the whole process. It's delicious. It's a great topping for your pulled pork sandwich. Brings in a lot of sweetness. Definitely you don't need barbecue sauce with this pulled pork sandwich, I promise you that. But we'll check back in a little bit. Alright guys, so we're going to get this pineapple slaw going. It's quite easy to do. I'll walk you through every single step and you'll see what it looks like at the end. So first, we're just going to butcher these up and get just the pineapple. Alright, now that we have them all sliced up, we're going to get them in the pot and then start adding our next ingredients. We're going to get that on medium. Once we have the pineapples in the pot, we're going to add a good portion of brown sugar here. We're also going to add some apple juice. A little bit. And then we're going to add some apple cider vinegar. We're going to bring this to a boil and cover it. I'm going to bring you in so you can take a look at exactly what it looks like. It's very simple ingredients, nothing special, but adds a perfect accent to a pulled pork sandwich. So we're just going to boil this up, let it get all nice and mushy before we really get it blended together. And then that's about it. So I'll show you what the final product looks like. Alright guys, welcome back. So these have been sitting wrapped right here for about an hour, and we're gonna have a look. I don't think you're ready for this, because in all honesty, I wasn't ready for this. Guys, look at this. Look at these short ribs. These look fantastic. Oh, that rib, I've already ripped out. It happens. It's all good. Oh, just look at that. Look at that. Look at that juice. That smoke ring came out absolutely perfect. Oh my god, I can't wait to indulge. Look at that. Oh my god. Alright guys, well, I'm not going to be a complete savage. I will take a slice off of this piece. I do want to go teeth in. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it looks so good. But we're gonna go right with that. Look at that smoke ring. Oh my god. I guess that's the way to do it, huh? Anyway, guys, these are amazing, mouth-watering. I have perfected that rub that I didn't like on the brisket. Game-changing with the changes I made. Which means now I can't give you the recipe. Sorry. Game-changing. Still has a little bit of the kick. Brought in a little bit more sweetness, but just a little bit. Definitely not too much. Like, I wouldn't say it's sweet, but you can taste it. I mean, and this is just, these just came out phenomenal. This is so tender. This was not a disappointment. I want to keep eating. It's so good. Well, anyway, there you have it. I'm going to take off on this note. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this one. It was a real pleasure. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.